in this thread opinions that are right, but still get people on TG seething with rage.
Now, I will say this thread is from 2020, so there's some things in it that people are like, oh, this won't actually affect anything, and then the world's kind of changed. It's like, maybe you were wrong about that. Honestly, I've got a lot of people asking, it's like, oh, do you guys want to do a video on the OGL? No, I don't. I don't want to talk about the OGL. It's really depressing, if I be honest with you, and frankly, I said at the end of that video I did with Garbro, I don't really want to talk about just depressing stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to talk about the time Wizards of the Coast?
My guys.
Why? Do you want to talk about the time that Wizards makes an absolute hack of something for the 50th time, and we're only 10? What date is this? The 11th? Like, come on! I don't know. I'm just tired of it, and I just want to focus on role playing games, and I really just don't want to think about what Wizards of the Coast has to do or say about anything.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because we're doing this video, so like, let's see. What opinions do you have before we jump right in?
D&D isn't the problem. People approaching it like a video game and making magic mundane is the problem.
Yes and no. Yes and no, I would say with that. But I think it depends on what elements.
Yes.
It's certain elements that people take from video games. It's like, let's not. You know what, really, I think was one of the worst ones? MMOs in particular.
Yeah.
MMOs used to be, it wasn't always about. First of all, no one really knew what the best cure was.
Yeah.
Now, everything is down to a T. Yeah. Everyone watches the exact same tutorial videos. Everyone's like, this is the way we attack this boss. And everyone is kind of doing that.
So nobody's playing it individually.
Yeah, everyone's like, no, this is objectively the correct way to do it because this is the best numbers, and give me the best numbers, and people are thinking too much about the numbers.
Yeah.
And it's not really about the numbers a lot of the time. Like, the worst magic items are just bonuses to numbers. Yeah. Good magic items give you stuff, abilities, new ideas, like, maybe random tables. Oh, this is a +2 sword. Great, thanks. It's the most boring item I could possibly have, but it's objectively one of the best.
Strict history guys should be quarantined on an island where they can jerk each other off about the Normans without going aping over someone setting being historically inaccurate.
It's up to you. I do get it. I think some people do take it to the next level though, where it's like, this isn't historically accurate. But the thing that gets me the most is a lot of the people that bang on about that only talk about it, say, when it comes to like firearms and stuff, and then, oh, do you want to have a watermill? Do you want to have this? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have like basically steam engines, but not steam engines. But trust me, Blue, this is like totally historic. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do historically accurate. It depends on your group. You know what I mean? It's all about if you want to play one, do it. Who cares?
Nobody's going to make you put a combat wheelchair in your game.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. No, that's where you're wrong. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
This is the 2020 version.
This is the thing. The combat wheelchair, frankly, I thought it was a joke at the start. I didn't really care about it. The biggest problem I've got with it is, once it's in Wizards... Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about Wizards. I'm not going to talk about Wizards.
New Year.
New Year's resolution. New year, new me. I'm not going to complain about Wizards. There's certain companies, though, that bow down to people that want these, and therefore, if they're not in every single module that they put out from here on out, then that's very problematic, guys, by the way. Actually, you're very ableist because you don't put it in. You have to put them into every book you put out now. Yeah. And that's the issue. It's not about, like, if someone was in the game and they're like, can I have a combat wheelchair? It's like, yeah, but do you want to make it actually cool? Do you want to
do you want to put like spikes on it or something?
Yeah, do you want to make it like a bit more interesting?
Like a James Bond Porsche, make it like that.
Or and let's be serious, if you're playing a martial class, it's like your life's going to be hell. If you want to play like Professor X in a wheelchair,
you're pulling the cart.
Yeah.
They pull the cart with stuff in it, like you've got wheels.
But yeah, combat wheelchair is really old. I don't care about it. It's old news, and frankly, I'm tired of even spending any more brain power thinking about it. Yeah. So let's just keep going.
It's okay as a player to fudge your own rules to feel.
No, it's not. No. Don't be ridiculous. I kind of hip who and how about this. I'm at the point where if you're a DM and you need the player to make a certain goal,
that's fine.
You probably shouldn't have set it up though. If you need to fudge it though, don't give them the opportunity where if they don't make this goal, it's going to be.
No, I'm fine with DMs fudging it.
I think that they shouldn't have. I think that's a mess of their own making, though. By being like, oh, I can't have them do this. They have to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. The idea of players, though, it's like,
Obviously,
no,
'cause
players
James-
should be victimized. Players should be
Obviously,
bullied.
because James is peak DM. Did you not know?
Yeah, well, I'm DMing a lot more than what I used to, anyway. We had a game actually last night. It was, well, no, it wasn't
The
last
other
night. It
night
was
with
the other
Morkborg.
night. It was actually pretty good.
Morkborg, was it?
Yeah, we played Morkborg, but we're using a Lamentations module, so I'm sure
Somebody
this.
took the piss out of you in that other video, by the way.
Why?
You know the video of the guy, he kept talking to his girlfriend about, like, all his characters.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, we were trying to figure out what game it was, and he's like, a guy obsessed with making odd tables from a game, wondering what it is. Cough, cough, Morkborg.
No, it's the other way around. I'm going to tell you right now. The game that he was playing was GURPS, and the one he laughed at was Morkborg. It's like that's a real RPG. That's a punk art. Get that away.
Stop. You can't consider yourself a true tabletop role-playing game hobbyist unless you ran a game yourself and have played 3 other systems.
I don't really care about that. I think as long as you're playing games, that's all that matters.
Tabletop role-playing game hobbyist is kind of cringe, though.
Yeah, I don't
It's
really.
the same way people call themselves gamers.
I think that is. It's like I wouldn't.
It's like, why can't people just play things?
I know, it's like, no, I have to identify my very soul with a product. Like, the thing is, like, we do this, we sell models, but I don't really identify role-playing games as, like, part of who I am.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
Like, I just enjoy them, but it's not, like, a part of my very ethos.
The casual tabletop enjoyer.
I know, what's the meme? Average tabletop hobbyist versus tabletop enjoyer. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Players are stupid, and you should always take their advice with a grain of truth to it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That makes sense.
If you need a mechanical benefit to be encouraged to roleplay, then you're probably roleplaying wrong.
I think that's something from video games. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't have the stat for, I choose charisma as my dump stat, therefore I'm never going to interact with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to get everyone else to do the talking for me. Does that make sense? I think that's where you see it an awful lot, and again, that links back into like the whole min-maxer mentality, you know?
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
We aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what we want.
If you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to nickbeardycontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video. 5e. The people around here have spent more time seething about or white knighting 5e than they have actually spent playing tabletop games.
Yes, they probably have. This is why again, I'm not going to talk about wizards. I don't want to talk about wizards.
You're talking about wizards.
Rent free. Wizards is rent free in my brain. They exist rent free. Please. It's not good for my health. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to.
GURPS. It's actually pretty good, but the relentless shills for it have done irreparable damage to its reputation, and prescribed it in situations where more focus systems are more appropriate.
I think that's very true.
Yeah.
The thing is, Garblu's getting really into GURPS.
Of course he is.
Yeah. No, he says he's really enjoying it, and honestly, at the core of the game, it does seem like a fine. Honestly,
it doesn't seem like a bad system. It's just
the shells for it are a bit intense. You know what I mean? Like, they really are. They do have like that
I don't
cult.
have the brain power for GURPS.
It doesn't seem that bad at its core, and I think that's a very 5e mindset where you going in and it's like, oh, I gotta know everything. I gotta know everything. You really don't need to know everything. You just go with it. You know what I mean?
Shadow of the Demon Lord. It's basically the Pathfinder for 5th edition, but somehow produces less valuable material than Pathfinder did for 3.5.
Never played Shadow of the Demon Lord. I don't
know much about it.
I know one guy that is absolutely obsessed. Is like, hey, James, have you played Shadow of the Demon Lord yet? Here's PDFs. You've played Shadow of the Demon Lord, man? You've played. It's like, I don't really have time, man. It's like, no, trust me, you really should play Shadow of the Demon Lord. Anyone that I know that's into it, it's really into it, so it must be decent,
Pathfinder. Both editions are just not very good, either as tactical games or as anything else. Their one saving grace is that is as a spreadsheet simulator to artistically plan out your character for hours before playing. Also, 2nd edition has a fairly interesting initiative and action system that I'm going to adapt, so that's neat.
Pathfinder's okay.
Pathfinder's alright.
It's fine. I honestly have no strong opinions on Pathfinder. I genuinely don't.
There's no pros or cons to it. It's like
it's okay. Alright. It exists. If you enjoy it, good for you. That's all I can say about it. I really don't have anything to say.
Shadowrun. If you play Shadowrun, my condolences.
Why is it such a mess?
It is. Why is it such a mess?
The thing is, I really love the idea. I'm really thinking, you guys are going to laugh. Okay, so I got Cyborg, and I'm really thinking about using Cyborg to run a Shadowrun game in the near future, just because you guys are going to be like, oh, but it's like such a bad system. It's like nothing to it. It's like, yeah, but it's very easy. See, this is what I love about Morkborg and all its derivatives. It's so easy to get people to play it, because at its core, it's a one-page RPG. It's like, people that have never played it, it's like, alright, okay, let's honestly just jump in, we'll help you make a character, and we'll just jump into it, and honestly, you'll get the hang of it by the end of the game, and every single person that I have played with has fully got the goals by the end of the first session. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about it, and I think it's key, and that's why I think it's picked up so much steam with a lot of people, because it is just easy to play. Yeah. It's easy to jump into.
Because James is shilling it. Look, this isn't even, like, we don't get paid for James.
Well, the thing is, so we got in that game, we are going to, the guys are lighting up green text, so we're going to be doing that. I want to turn that more into a regular game, at least once a fortnight, and we'll do story times of them. How does that sound, guys?
Hero takes legitimate autism to make characters that could be trivially made in M&M. Monsters and mutants.
Yeah, it's still trash.
Even if they're less balanced. Except, wait, Hero's also imbalanced and never tried to be balanced.
I've never met someone who's actually even spoke about the system, so there you go.
The OSR. Despite my leanings in this direction and the legitimately interesting analysis done by the blogosphere.
The thing is, I've tried to get into the blogosphere. I'm not getting into blogs, guys. I'm just not. I know. There's only so much whenever I do schizolambicons, I go to X. Yeah. I don't want to go to individual DMs, blogs to read up on their absolute poo that they're writing on the walls of half these blogs. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them are writing really good stuff, really interesting stuff. But it's all over the place, and I'm just not interested. No. I'm just not. Maybe it's the Zimmer in me. Maybe I'm just not old enough to enjoy blogs.
The people who are creative and try new things, the artsy ones that don't actually break away from the formula. While the people I trust to actually create something new and entertaining are still making the 15th dungeon featuring evil orcs and whatever other random thing they rolled in the monster manual. That and AC was solved years ago. Get with the effing program.
See, okay, one of the biggest problems that I have with the OSR is their love of death. It's like anything that's in modern role-playing games is automatically bad, and everything that's in older editions was automatically good.
Good, yeah.
And I think there's a give and take relationship that should be at least looked at. Like, you know, it feels like a lot of OSR games, like roll up your characters. Haha, you die, Locke's fallen head.
Yeah.
You know, and that's about it. Like, you know, it doesn't feel like... I feel like that's kind of the point, almost. It's like they want you to just... I don't know, for me personally, if I'm setting up a game, if I intend for the players to just die and not have even a fighting chance
What's
of
the
making
point
it free...
in having a bloody game? Because
yeah.
you don't get... all that stuff that you've worked...
Like-
it's not going to get work because they're constantly going... You'll be spending more time rolling up characters
Yeah.
than actually playing the game.
That's what I feel like a lot of the time. And I feel like, look, you gotta at least give the players at least a 1% chance of getting through this. If they don't even have a 1% chance, it just feels like a very pointless
Yeah.
exercise to me. Does that make sense? And
Yeah,
you guys
100%.
know finally there is some OSR games that are kind of like, don't get me wrong, I'm okay with high death, I'm okay with the idea of TPKs, but if that's the whole point of it, then what's the point? You know what I mean? And I know there's going to be a lot in the comments going to be, actually, James, it isn't all about TPK. It's like, yeah, but that's what it feels like a lot of the
Yeah.
time. All right,
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. All right, fight me in the comments, okay?
D&D 5th edition is a fine system.
Well, I mean, now it is compared to
Wow.
compared to. I don't care. I'm going with 6th edition. I don't care, guys. I don't care. But look, enough. Get out of my head. Get out of my head, wizards. It feels like I've got like an antenna. It's like wizards just keep beaming horrible news articles right up my head. It's like, get out.
It's simple, quick, and makes for a fine entry point to the hobby.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Just because you're comfortable with more complex rulings doesn't mean that's what everyone wants. Just ignore the newbies and think that 5th edition is the best. Think 5th edition is the best, even though it's the only system they've played.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a hard no on that one. Let's
Yeah.
keep going.
Tabletop in general is awful.
Hi. How are you here? How did you get here? How did
But
you
that's
find?
what most people in TG shout about, that tabletop's awful, it's bad, it's so bad. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah, why did
Why
you get
here?
it? You know, I got that the other day. There was one I thought that was really funny. It was it was a video I did with Garbro, and it was it was a Psychopaths Mops video, and one person in the comments was like, so sad. 2 fully grown men complain about role-playing games for 47 minutes. It's like, what are you even
Why are
doing
you here? Why are you?
What do you...
Like, who are you?
The only reason why you're commenting is because you yourself were insulted.
And you watched for 47 minutes? Go do something else?
Yes. Like, how did you get here? Like, what's the idea? I don't know. Like, just keep going.
So mostly because of the people involved. Too many degenerates, fetishes, and autists make the hobby hard to enjoy. I only play because my friends are cool.
Okay, you know what? Maybe the guy's got a point.
I get you, my guy. I get it now.
Maybe the guy...
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry
I'm
about that. We didn't lead ahead. Sorry about that. You've actually made a solid point. I completely get behind that. Yeah, you're gonna come across a lot of...
Yeah.
What? See, this is the biggest question I've got. What is it? Like, what is it with role-playing games in particular? Like, they just... I don't know. Once you know the thing is, I guarantee you, see any like dedicated online game that it's like open system like West Marches and stuff like that, you're always going to get the worst people in those servers.
Yeah.
Because they're people that couldn't, like, and normally it's always 5e anyway. So most people, the reason why I like to play online is because it means I can play other games that, and also the guys that I play with I quite enjoy. So it's quite nice. And
Yeah, like, you're alright. Like, you're alright, guys.
they're not bad. Like,
not
you know,
bad.
I mean, like, Tales of Closeted Furry. Like, you know, Jonathan has a bit of the tism, but he's alright. Mittens, you know.
Mittens, you can't fucking hear him.
Yeah, Mittens lives in a sewer. Guy, he's alright. He's not a bad guy, you know. I played with with a Polish guy. Good audio for once.
Oh, that's good.
That was actually quite nice.
good.
Quite a nice
There was
surprise.
somebody in the comments the other day. It was like, I liked the video up until the Polish stereotyping. It's like, mate, we've got loads of Polish friends. We live in Northern Ireland.
The only other ethnic group in Northern Ireland, you got Protestants, you got Catholics, and you got Polish. That's it. All right, that's the only ethnic groups that exist here. Like, that's it. So, like, I know a lot of Poles, alright? I know you stereotypes, okay? I think Poles are pretty funny, like, you know?
Critical Role is good.
Okay, like, let's lead.
It's just not a good game, obviously. It's a good show. The people who complain about you not being like Matt Mercer when you DM, however, are still very retarded.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of feel like that's the whole thing with Critical Role. I feel like I'm done complaining about Critical Role. I don't want to. I think Matt seems like a dead-on type of guy. It's
Look,
just what they're putting out. It's
the guy
not
knows
my
how to make
forte.
his money.
Yeah, exactly. They seem to be doing very well for themselves.
Yeah.
Obviously,
So you have to respect the hustle. My guy.
that's kind of what I've got. Like,
You just have to respect the hustle. Like, he does his thing.
like he's happy with it, and if he seems to be enjoying his
Who
game,
cares?
I don't.
Honestly, he cares.
It's more than just a fandom. That's honestly it. It's a fandom. It's a that could be said for almost any fandom.
And
Most
that's where we
fandom.
gatekeep.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing. I think I don't really like the term geek. I think it geek. I prefer the term preserve because before I was thinking, what about conserve? It's like, no, that's got its own problems if you use the word conserve.
Yeah.
But what about preserve? Is that a better way to say? It's like, no, I like the way we are. Do you want to preserve where we are? Can we keep what we've got? We've made a lot of good advancements. There's a lot of people making really interesting things. But you know what? This is the way it's good.
We're happy where we are.
Can we keep it like that?
Yeah.
And I think that's a much nicer way of going about it than trying to be the most toxic human being you possibly can, even if it is fun. Maybe only online. When it comes to in person, be nice.
When did James start to have morals?
What do you mean?
You're not meant to hear that. That's for the audience.
Oh, well, okay, right. Let's keep going.
Pathfinder and Starfinder are worse than most editions of D&D. There's a lot that I wish D&D would adopt, but the overall package is far more boring.
Honestly, what happened to Starfinder? How did it just feel?
You don't hear about
No one ever talks about Starfinder ever, and I think it's actually from what I've read about the setting. It sounds fun. Mm-hmm. It sounds like something I'd be interested in, and for the most part, I played in a Spelljammer game for about a year and a half, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, I do think I would enjoy Starfinder.
Yeah.
But it just feels like I've
It's
never.
don't.
It's just a game that it's supposed to be a big game. Because you know what I mean. It's done by Paizo. You would expect it to be big, but just no one talks about it.
It's like Wendigos. It's like a lot of people have seen it, but nobody's actually interacted with it.
I mean, as Garbro, he says he's...
Garbro's played everything.
No, I mean, Wendigos I'm talking about.
Oh, right. Burning Wheel is the best system.
Oh, well, it would be great if I actually knew anything.
What Burning Wheel was, okay.
So, I'm sorry.
The bees! The bees! I just really think that Nicolas Cage.
Why the Burning Wheel?
Burning Man.
Yeah.
The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, I think that's where we're going to wrap up. I'm trying to think, do we have any objectively correct opinions? I mean, all of my opinions are obviously correct. Do you guys not know how opinions work these days? Because I say something automatically...
I have opinions, but I can't say them.
Yeah!
That's the difference.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I'm just not able to say in Play Company and YouTube, frankly.
My one that I'm quite stern about is no X cards. X cards, I think. But once again, I'm not going to get into it because it's going to get me angry.
Okay, you know what? I've got
some... me, I'm trying not to get angry all the time, guys.
So my problem with X cards is I think the reason why they came about...
No, I don't think this should have been... No,
they shouldn't have been. But I think I've got a good theory on why they exist and why they've came about, and it kind of makes sense to a certain extent.
I don't care if you triggered over...
No, so what I believe...
You got one bounced off your head whenever you were 3, calm down.
What I believe what happened is people go to conventions. Let's be serious. A lot of nerds are kind of creepy when it comes to conventions, and they can be a bit handsy when it comes to cosplayers, especially girls with big fat titties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're a bit much. Do you know what I mean? And I would not be shocked if that's kind of where it was birthed from. I kind of get it. Like, see if I was to run a convention and I had, imagine it turned into...
Oh, everybody would be getting El Rape whistles.
Yeah, imagine if it turned into, Green First. Do you know what I mean? But, role-playing equivalent. That's kind of what I would have a big fear of. You know what I mean? So how do you prevent that? But again, the way that's been done about it just doesn't work.
No.
But I kind of understand that nerds aren't the best at socializing, and especially when it comes to conventions and stuff, things do get out of hand. People do go a bit wild. So on one hand, I'm like...
Woo!
Yeah, kind of something like that. I haven't seen that. What was that movie again?
Road Trip.
Yeah, Road Trip. Yeah, your woman takes a piss in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember going and seeing that, and I went to go see that in cinema, come to think of it. But yeah, X cards are just bad. They shouldn't be put in. Anyone using them in like normal settings, just don't bother. I think honestly they could be removed completely. I think the way I would do it if I was to run like a function or to run like a con, if it were, I'd just be like, look guys, we're gonna play a load of games, but like if you're gonna do any like sex related stuff, just feed black. Don't do that here. Please, and that would just be like a blanket rule.
Yeah.
If you guys want, there's hotel rooms upstairs. You guys can work away,
You
but not on the function kind of
Not on the floor.
Not on the floor.
Not on the floor, guys.
You guys can go upstairs and play in your rooms, okay? And you guys can have all the fun you want. But that's. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think that's the real reason behind it. I'm just not going to talk about what my opinions are because I just don't want to talk about Wizards at all. And I made that point, even though I've continued to talk about Wizards, but I'm saying I'm not going to do it. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Stop it. Stop sending these signals. That's one thing I always got. Like, what was the whole thing with tinfoil hats? Would tinfoil hats not radiate signals better? Like, what would be a good way to like?
No, it bounces.
Would it bounce? No, I think it would radiate them better. I think it would pick up signals.
Keeps your thoughts in your head, so that's where you talk to yourself and you become a schizo. Your thoughts don't go out; they'll just stay in.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do you guys have any?
Let us know yours all down below, and we'll have a look.
Like, what is something that people give you a lot of stink over? It's like, but honestly, man, it kind of makes sense. I get it, you know. Like, anyway, let's wrap up there. Check out the models, check out the website. Helps us out a lot. We got some free adventures.
Oh, yeah. Go check that out.
Anything else?
No. We'll see you in the next
one.
one.
Do you want to hear the funniest one? Do you want to hear something funny?
What?
So, we give out some free stuff every time. It's guaranteed. It's Eastern Europeans that back it up. It's like all Eastern Europeans.
Good.
Yeah. I hope you guys
Hope you are enjoying them, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Bye.